Hey everyone, good afternoon. So I think today we will probably finish this game because somebody will win either way. Either we will or probably Portugal. Portugal is the #1 candidate now, I think. And I don't think I can really afford to go to war with them. I had a few different ideas how we could maybe try to win this one. I think the most likely path to victory for us is through diplomatic victory. And I might still want to go to war for that. Because, for example, I could liberate Poland. I could also try to vassalize Askia. A war with him might get a bit annoying. But while we're right next to his capital, I just need airports. Because by the time I send my entire army halfway across the world, we'll probably have airports already. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure somebody will win in the next few hours either way. Either we will or Portugal will. I suppose we'll see. One of the problems with the diplomatic victory is that a lot of city-states are like over here. So basically halfway across the world. And in Sapiens, at least without changing some advanced settings, you can't just use gold to get allied with city-states. You need to use envoys. Or complete quests. Or the combination of both. So it might be a little bit complicated getting 40 votes. Because that's what we need, a bit less in like future voting cycles. But yeah, we need nearly 40 votes. And right now I'm at around 20 or so. So yeah, we'll see. Portugal is at 66 tax right now. I think Portugal is really the only civ that matters anymore. I don't think Pocatello really matters anymore. Oh yeah, now I can establish a village on the top of... Is this a trading post? Yeah, on top of a trading post. 8 turns though, I think I'd rather do that somewhere else. Near a city that actually matters. Alright, we are working on the railroad. That's kind of almost done, actually. Yeah, Mosolkani is already connected with the railroad. Like this way. But we can get like a few sections through here. Yeah, they want a declaration of friendship. I'll probably accept that. I mean, look at it this way. If I wanted to backstab them at some point, it's not like it will matter getting a penalty with everyone else in this game. Everyone else in this game is irrelevant. So it might even benefit us to backstab them at some point. I will accept. Yeah, when we last left off, we took Mosolkani and the Temoak. And they are both out of resistance now. In fact, I didn't actually capture Temoak. We were about to. But we got it in a deal. In a peace treaty. That's how it kept 26 population. Mosolkani had 40. But yeah, we kept all of the population and all of the buildings in there. Alright, unit upgrades. Some of those are gonna be really expensive. Yeah, check this out. 680 gold to upgrade a Gatling gun to a machine gun. That's pretty expensive right there. Hi Alex, thanks for the 15-month resub. Appreciate it. Alright, let's finish this railroad. Also, there were some updates to Sapiens and Gaia's core mod. Obviously, haven't actually downloaded them because that would make the save crash. But we will once this game is done. We might do Pocatello after, we'll see. I don't really have any specific plans. What's gonna happen afterwards. Here's a freebie infantry. Yeah, I definitely can't afford to upgrade my whole army. Not even close, actually. I think I would need over 10,000 gold to do that. More or less. 440 for the cavalry. 535 gold for the rifleman. Okay, let's upgrade the artillery first. To rocket launcher. Yeah, most of these have +1 range and such. There you go. I think that's all of them. Yep, okay, that's all of them. And some high-level infantry. Yeah, like this guy. And I'm already down to 2,000. These Gatling guns, some of them are pretty high level. Level 4, almost 5. I had a higher. Level 5. Level 6. Okay, we can upgrade this guy. And this guy. And I'm down to 781. I guess we're poor now. More or less. Let's just grab a factory here. That city ended up being like semi-decent, actually. That's the city that opened the pathway to invasion for us. Without this city, I would not have been able to invade this continent. Or well, it would be significantly more complicated, if not basically impossible. It would be pretty much impossible. Yeah, we can sell this, that's fine. Alright. Yeah, some of the AIs are going for the city-states as well. A diplomatic victory might not actually be reasonably doable here because of how distant a lot of these city-states are. It's gonna be a problem. They're a little bit too far away. But we'll see, I don't have the most votes out of anyone. It's just not quite enough. I need a lot more. Okay, well, we're basically done improving this area. Pretty much. Yeah, so can we get the Belgrade? Probably not. This one? Okay, nobody. I can grab this one. Still need a bunch of turns to actually get there, though. They want you to connect tulips to your trade network. I can maybe buy those from someone? Like Portugal? Surely I can buy those from Portugal. Or maybe not. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So, there's the factory. Yeah, that's what's uncanny right there. Both of these cities have well over 100 production. So they are really, really good. 28 population in Mosonkani. So, what are the closest city-states here? Well, Laventa is already mine, Malacca is already mine. Nanmandal is mine. Like, Lakota is the closest. I would need open borders with Pocatello for that. I kind of doubt he will give me open borders. Maybe he will. No, he will not, so I would need to go around him. Portugal well.
Prosseguir.
I'll give you some gold per turn. There's this one. Well, I guess we could get a few envoys. Is there a chancery here? No, there is not. Yeah, we're going to Sokoto then. Oh yeah, great thinker. We can grab social policy. And then we'll get another one in 4 turns. Now we can actually finish rationalism. And then I'll be able to fade by great scientists. So let's do that then. Let's do that. Okay, done. Now we can actually fade by great scientists. So that's what I'm gonna do. Right away, probably. Yeah, we can get the 2 of them in reasonable future. And just pop this guy right away. Oh, and we stole a tech. Nice. Combustion is what we're researching. Right here. Nice. Now we can pop the scientist, maybe on the next turn. As for Carthage... Does Carthage have a chancery? Yeah, it does not. Okay. That makes the envoys better. So we definitely want that. Alright. I'm not really interested in trading with you. Look at our happiness now. We were in the negatives not too long ago. Now I'm at 42. I don't need to improve my income a little bit. What are we paying? What are our traders right now? We can get one more. Probably coastal. After the research lab. Alright, let's pop the scientist. So I think I want the radar first. Maybe. I don't want to see where uranium is. Alright, let's see where uranium is, and we'll go from there. So in 4 turns. Surely we have some somewhere. Hopefully. Unfortunately, if I ever wanted to nuke Lisbon... okay, it might be in range. Maybe it's in range from Temoak. It kind of sucks, because Lisbon is kind of pretty far away. I also don't have that many actual coastal cities if I wanted to build up a navy. This is really the only one, Utica. That's the only real proper coastal city. Technically Constantinople, but if I build ships in Constantinople, the only way I can get out with them is to basically go like this way, and then west, and then all around this continent, and then this way. That would take like 30 turns. It's not really a valid coastal city. Utica is really the only one. Anyway, there's the chancery. Probably go back to spamming envoys. Now, I can build the Great People's Hall, but we don't really need this, like, right now, this moment. The main reason to build it now would be plus 5% science, really. But we don't need the delegates until we are close to having enough for the world leader. Which obviously we are not right now. I need like 15 more. I need like 12 to 15 more delegates, so... Until we get those, it doesn't really matter what the exact number is. The only thing that matters is whether we have enough or not. It's like an entirely binary thing. We could be missing 1, we could be missing 10. It's still not enough. Alright. More upgrades. Yeah, these are expensive. I'm gonna pass for now. Wait, how much do these units cost in maintenance? Does it not say in here? Wait, it should. Okay, apparently it doesn't. Must be a lot, though. How much are we paying for unit upkeep right now? Okay, not that much. Mostly building maintenance. Alright. You guys can chill then. Yeah, let's get some economic buildings then. I'm sure there are a bunch we can get. We can improve the trade routes. I might still need a tech or two. Wait, what's this? Directors Guild. Okay. Interesting. That's mostly a culture thing, I guess? Yeah, it's a culture thing. So, not really something I'm prioritizing at all right now. Yeah, not really. What about wonders? Anything interesting we could build here? There are a few things. Increases the city's gold out. Right, that's East India Company. The Suez Canal, yeah, 15 turns is a bit too much. More food. Grants a free seaport in the city. Naval trade routes originating from the city have a 50% increase in range. Okay, yeah, I think what I want to do here is get some actual ships. What can we build? That's a naval ranged unit. Yeah, I'm going to need some naval melee units. So, what is technically the best one we can get right now? There's definitely something. Wait, what's this? It's an anti-submarine. Okay. Well, this is a naval melee unit. So this is technically the best one I can get right now. Alright, let's get at least a few naval melee units. Lisbon is actually a coastal city, so I could capture it with the naval units. Not saying I will or will not, but I would like to have the actual option to do that. Alright, we need to improve our income a bit. But yeah, I kind of want the research lab first. Yeah, okay, definitely research lab. Where's some gold here? Apparently there isn't. No actual gold buildings. Wait, what's this? Oh, plus 25% production of diplomatic units in this city. 5 turns, though. So that might or might not be worth it. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a funny wonder here. This one, which gives you the big gun. Right here. Check out the stats on this bad boy. However, it can only move along railroads. But 80 ranged combat strength. Yeah, they made this thing into an actual unit. That is pretty funny. Any big gun enjoyers in chat? That's about as big as it gets. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't necessarily spend 15 turns building that, but you can. Here's a little bit of gold. Alright, let's build that. That's from a city-state. We can build that. Any deals we can get? I'm sure we can do something. Are you still buying any strategic resources? They are still buying iron. For ships, perhaps? I don't know. Don't they have something better that doesn't require iron? Well, it doesn't matter. We can sell some. It's fine. Okay, well, this railroad is basically almost done. We still got some improvements to grab. It's actually already done. Yeah, it's done. It just didn't update visually yet, but it is done. Okay, plant a forest. That's actually kind of in range, so we can do that. And probably automate some of them. All right. Oh yeah, here's another research lab. I need more of those.
Considerar esta oferta?
I technically don't need their luxury anymore, but we can still buy it, it's fine. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. How's the tech count now? Are we catching up? Well, we are actually kind of catching up. Maybe we could actually catch up to them tech-wise. I could see that happen. So, plus 70 influence from one envoy here. That's enough to get allied. When is the next vote? In 28 turns. As in world leader vote, not a normal vote. Here's another city. 65, so one envoy would be enough. Lakota as well. Whoops, not this way. Yeah, Lakota. Yeah, we will still keep spamming envoys. I think that's the best bet. Yeah, the cities are a bit far away, but we'll still get there, I guess. I think it's the best bet. Alright, we will finish this railroad here, just in case I need to send reinforcements in that general direction. Yeah, this will give me +2. Yeah, some of the techs for Science Victor have been moved. As in, some of the tech requirements. That's why nobody is working on it yet. Because it's not under rocketry, it's under satellites. Which has way more requirements, tech-wise. Okay, patent office. Okay, that's Constantinople. Do you have a chancery? You do not, so let's grab that. What's the difference between Sapiens and Vox Populi? These are drastically different. What isn't a difference? It would be faster to list things that aren't different. Yeah, these two are like drastically different. Here, more gold. 400. 414. Yeah, give me all your gold. I would rather have Big Bertha. Alright, another policy. So we finished rationalism. I could do commerce or something, but I'd rather continue order, probably. We can grab workers' faculties. Or a 5-year plan. It will give me more science, and some cities still need factories. So let's get the workers' faculties first. Yeah, that's like 138 extra science per turn. Alright. We can fade by another great scientist as well. Where are you? Oh, actually, not yet. Just queue it up then. Okay, just queue him up. That might be the last one, we'll see. Okay, can't get IFE in one go, that's fine. Singapore? Okay, we can get Singapore, that's good. That is quite a few city-states, but we need more than that. We need almost all these city-states on our side. I need vast majority of these to be mine. A few city-states have also been captured. Alright, we do have some uranium. Somewhere, that's good. This is also a new spy. Oh, right here, nice. Okay, that's 1 uranium. We got one down here, just barely within my border, actually. And Hipporegius is on top of uranium, very nice. We are getting 9 per turn already. Some of this is from city-states. Yeah, some of it is definitely from city-states. Here's one. You can go improve that right away. There you go. And over here, that's already improved. Okay, we have a lot of uranium. We might even get like uranium monopoly. Temoag had like 2 sources of uranium alone. All right. Any other worker here? Right here. You can go improve that. Okay. Is that it? This is like the most uranium I had in any game, quite possibly. You can go improve this one. Yeah, it's a lot of uranium. And somebody will improve this one. Okay, it also helps with production. Anyway, Constantinople. Probably envoys now, unless there's still some building I can get that would help. There's something in here. It's a little bit hard to remember what all these new buildings do sometimes. But... Oh yeah, wire service, that was the one. But that's 8 turns, which might be a bit too much. I need what? Oh yeah, another archaeologist would be fine, but I think we should really focus on envoys. As nice as archaeologists would be, envoys are the priority, really. So envoys it is. Yeah, let's not spend gold for unit upgrades right now. We don't really need to. We don't have a new spy. Let's see. Oh yeah, in 2 turns we might get a tech from Pocatello. He's still technically ahead of me in science. So we might get something from him. As for this counter spy, maybe I'll stick him in a city-state somewhere. What is like the lowest influence city-state we got right now? One of these. La Venta, 86. Sokoto, 89. 100. 100. Yeah, so either La Venta or Sokoto. Either one works. Okay, there you go.
Ireis considerar.
Yeah, I'm not interested in a defensive pact, thank you very much. Definitely not. Go on. Yeah, here's a little bit of gold. Let me check the tags here. So... Yeah, let's get the radar. Any tech here that would help with the envoys? Or the city-states in general? And there's probably something. I mean, there's globalization, which would give us additional delegates. But I'm obviously not quite close to getting that, but we could try to just go for globalization directly. If I really wanted to commit to trying to get the diplomatic victory, we should rush globalization. The good news is, radar is required for it anyway, so we can finish radar regardless. But yeah, I think we'll just rush globalization. That does mean I'm giving up the plan B, which is like doing science stuff. So I'm almost entirely foregoing my plan B here. But it's the most reasonable path to victory here. Through diplomatic victory. It definitely looks quite realistic to get. Alright, logistics. Get that uranium hooked up. We're gonna have so much uranium. Singapore should be mine with this. There you go. That is a lot of city-states now. Let's see. Anything here that would generate more gold? Not really. Let's get the garden for some more great people points. Herbalist. Okay, that's that for now. Okay, this will be mine. Somebody was attacking it, which is slightly concerning. Yeah, it's Portugal. Will they stop when I get allied with them? I hope so. I do not want AI to capture
Ireis
too many
considerar
cities,
esta oferta.
because that deprives me of votes, and I need the votes. Yeah, they're still attacking. They will probably capture it. Not much I can do to really protect it.
Uns dias. Prossegui. Sou todo ouvidos.
Okay, I can pay them to just peace
Ireis
out with that
considerar esta
city-state.
oferta.
I guess it's worth doing. It's what, 270 gold? Do they want some resources? Not really. Coal? Okay, they will take some coal and a little bit of gold. Okay, I'm gonna pay them, because I don't want them capturing that. Yes, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Alright, let's finish this railroad. In case I'll have to defend up here. Grants the Leap of Discovery promotion to allow the units. Can para-drop up to 9 tiles away to explore distant ruins. Okay, interesting. And our spy was killed. Bro, that's the third spy Pocatello has killed. A bit annoying, but okay. He probably has the tenet that helps with that. Yeah, probably. It was worth a shot. But he probably has the bonus that helps his counter spies. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Laventa, that's my spies, I assume. Okay. Oh yeah, the next session has standing army tax. I don't really want that to pass. That would be pretty bad for my economy, okay? We got a scientist in Carthage, so let's just pop him right away. I am actually catching up here. Yep, we are actually catching up. Maybe we can catch up. That would be really funny if I actually manage to catch up. I did dedicate a lot of resources to war earlier. Obviously not anymore. Alright, well, I think now we go back to spamming envoys. What's patent office again? Okay, that's good for science. Only 4 turns. Must have a university in the city. Completed rationalism. Yeah, okay, let's get that real quick. That's only 4 turns. I don't mind. There's the garden. Our gold is in the positives. Alright. I could get a guild in Mosonkani, actually, like Artist Guild. I wouldn't mind the Golden Age. Every war was just self-defense. It was. I mean, Pocatello declared war on me first. Everyone saw it. I was not the aggressor, he was.
And homes, near 1,000 homes I stood. And near
I was just peacefully settling a new continent, alright? I had no bad intentions whatsoever. Clearly. Alright, bank. We need the bank for sure. There's the gunboat. What are these? Oh, interesting. Can see submarines. Okay. Well, I guess I'll grab that then. That's fine. So we'll probably want another one or two, but let's get the bank first. We have one. That's the important part. In case I'll want to capture some coastal city with it. Alright, another envoy. Let's take a look around here. Still got a bunch of cities. This one, yeah, that's pretty far away. They're all kind of far away. Reykjavik. Yeah, these are all kind of far away. Belgrade. Okay, that's like reasonably close, but I'll need more than one envoy in this one. One is not gonna be enough. Yeah, these are the two city-states where I'll need more than one envoy. 7 turns to get here. Already got Singapore. Okay. Oh, 8 turns. Alright, I guess we could go here. 8 turns is fine. Okay, sure, why not? More envoys. We'll also need some envoys in our existing allied city-states. You know, to actually maintain our influence. It's not gonna stay allied forever. Alright. You need a lot of stuff. Let's grab that bank. I don't like being in the negatives. And we killed Songhai spy. Alright. Nice try. So how's the tech count now? We are at 72. Okay, Portugal is at 78. We are actually really catching up. Pocatello is at 78 as well. At one point, we were like 15 techs behind. And now we are only 6. We're actually legit catching up. I mean, my science output has quadrupled since then. We went from like 500 per turn to 2000. So obviously that helps. Oh, paratrooper, nice. I'll take that. Let's take shock. Yeah, that's useful. Potentially. Some lumber mills. There's the research lab. Let's work the specialists. Can we get a bank here? Yep, okay, bank it is then. That will help. We got 21 turns until the next world leader vote. Yeah, it's doubtful I'll win this next one. We would need like 36 or 38 votes. I don't think I can get that many
Ireis
by then.
considerar esta oferta?
They want my stuff? You know what? I'm feeling generous. Our happiness is fine anyway. I can probably trade something with Morocco, though.
باش نوصلوا لشي اتفاق.
Yes, I can. Here you go, buddy. Let's get some more trades going.
Μέλημα.
Are you buying strategic resources?
Ακούω.
Iron? Sure, why not? Why not? It's not like I really need it for anything at this stage of the game. Yes, sell them some luxuries. 8 gold per turn, that's good enough.
Δίποφι.
Jade. 8 gold per turn. There you go. Let's check Morocco.
تحياتي.
Obsidian, we can sell that.
كيفاش؟
Maybe for a combination of both. 226. 220. Okay,
Aqui.
looks good. And the Portugal,
Uns dias.
we sold them everything. All right. So the railroad is done. Let's extend it to Constantinople. Constantinople is the city that will have the actual airport. You know, for airlifts if needed. That city right here ended up being pretty good. How civilized are we today? Yeah, we're quite civilized today. Which AI should I try if I play Vox Populi on King? But I can't really tell you that because I don't really play it. Also, I don't know what your baseline is. I'm sure somebody else can probably answer that. Okay, so... There's the patent office. We can still build a Kremlin, which would give me a free policy. But... yeah, I think we should just spam envoys from here. Food culture. Yeah, let's just get envoys. Only 2 turns to get one. Now, the thing with envoys is that you can't have more than 3 of them active at any given point. So we can only have a maximum of 3 of them out there at any point. I have to expand some of them. I'm gonna check some of these city-states here. Yeah, let's just send this one to La Venta. That will only take 2 turns. And we're at 70-something in La Venta. I need 1 more trade route. Preferably coastal. Or, yeah, cargo ship. There's the Artist Guild, so we'll work that. There you go. Alright. That'll do. Research lab. We'll work that. How many wonders in this city? Okay, only 2. Probably not worth building a hotel in this one. Do we have a hotel in Mosonkani? No, we do not. Yeah, let's get a hotel in Mosonkani. Portugal entered information era. Okay, well, we don't know through which technology. Might be satellites. If it's satellites, it should show right here. Yeah, I don't think it's satellites. Alright then. Yeah, so I definitely do not want a standing army tax to pass. Absolutely not. Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty. So as long as this resolution is active, all players will suffer a global minus 20% production penalty for spaceship parts. Yeah, I do want that one to pass if we are going to focus purely on diplomatic victory. But I definitely can't afford to have standing army tax. That would cost me a shit ton of gold. So let's use most of our votes to vote against that. Yeah, I don't care that much about the treaty, but I definitely care about standing army tax. We can't afford to have that. There's the bank. That's Otike, or a coastal city. Yeah, let's grab the armory if I'm gonna get more ships. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna extend this railroad to Constantinople. Uranium is done. Okay. I don't think these guys have anything else to do around here. Not really. I got all the improvements I needed. Yeah, so La Venta. That'll do. What's our lowest influence city-state? 85? Might be that one. Is it from highest to lowest? Yeah, it's actually from highest to lowest. So Sokoto is the lowest one right now. But we only got that recently, so makes sense. Another research lab is almost done.
In nothing,
Penicillin.
nearly approach the gods than in
Attack
giving
submarine. How's the tech count now? We're at 73. Portugal's at 79. And Pocatello's at 78. Alright, there's the bank, public school. So for the next envoy, how much time do we have left? before the next vote. We got 18 turns. So we already got one envoy on the way here. Okay, I only need one envoy for this one. That's 15 turns. A bit far away. Where's Kabul again? Right here. That's 9. 10. Let's go Kabul. That's fine. It'll take me a while to get there, though. So, Carthage. Do we have 3 envoys out? Okay, we can grab another one. It might be better to get it somewhere closer. So, like, for example, we could get one in Karalis. Yeah, that will take 7 turns, though. How about that airport? Yeah, let's grab the airport to enable some airlifts. And Karalis could definitely use an airport as well. Unfortunately, I'll have to build one the old-fashioned way, which will take 20 turns. Oh well, but I definitely do want an airport here. And somewhere over here, but that will be much easier. Probably most uncanny. Askia entered Atomic Age. Alright. More units. Yeah, that's from militaristic city-states. Okay, what's the best trade route? Do we have any quest for the trade routes? Probably not. No. No. Only 16 gold per turn. Can't we do better than that? Apparently, not really. Okay, that's fine. Good enough. Good enough. Right. Okay, we can still get an envoy, so let's do that.
Ήκουσα σε πρέποντα τες αλωτρίας ομιλίας. Με δείξας.
Just trade for gold. 400. Or even slightly more than that. 400 is good. Oh yeah, we're about to get a great merchant. That can also give me some influence. So let's just send him to whoever has the least. Basically, Sokoto has the least. Where did he spawn? Oh, in Hanoi. Interesting. Nan Mandal has actual air units. Alright then. You could go to Reykjavik, actually. Can I get open borders with Morocco? Surely I can, right? Yes. Yes, easily.
كيفاش؟
Are you buying any strategic resources? Coal? Alright. I can sell him 1 coal. There you go, buddy. Yes, you can go to Reykjavik. That's only 6 turns to get there. Yeah, I don't think we'll have quite enough votes for this next session. Very, very doubtful. We'll need at least 1 more session after that. Most likely. Yeah. Okay, let's have a diplomat with Morocco. Oh wow, he has 46 population in his capital. That's a lot of population. Is that the biggest city right now? Yeah, that's the biggest city. Marrakesh. Well, good for him. So. Right, Chancery. For that envoy spam if needed. So here we are. 1 guy is gonna be enough here, right? Yes. Another city-state? Very nice. We're getting there. Yep, we're actually getting there. I still don't think it will be enough, but we'll have 30 plus votes easily, I think. We should have 30 plus votes easily. Let's get some more gold deals.
Bons dias.
Can we get more gold deals? Maybe.
Μέλημα.
Right, so my vassal should vote for me regardless,
Ακούω.
but if we wanted to make sure, like we can pay them,
Ναι, φίλτατος.
but she's my vassal, so she should vote for me automatically because that's how vassals work. Still, this costs me nearly nothing. So if I want to really make sure, I can do that anyway. It costs me nearly nothing. How about we send some more spies as diplomats? So I sent one to Morocco. Probably no point having one in Lisbon. But, I mean, maybe? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're about to steal a tech from Portugal, hopefully. Hopefully the spy will not get killed. I don't think I need this guy in Sidon anymore. We have a shit ton of influence here. Yeah, we don't need the spy in Sidon anymore. Let's move this guy to Lisbon as a diplomat, actually. Just need to find it. Yeah, let's have this guy as a diplomat. So that we can trade votes if needed. How's our faith? Yeah, I don't think we fight buying another scientist. Probably not. Seems unlikely. Alright. Windmill? Can we get an envoy here? Or can we not? Yes, yeah, let's get an envoy here. It's gonna be closer to where we need to go. Great engineer. I'll actually save that guy. There are still some late game wonders I might use him for.
باش نوصلوا لشي اتفاق.
Okay, silk. I'm gonna buy that. Alright, I'll buy the silk, that's fine. Here you go. Uh-oh, for an envoy entire. I probably lost that. No, I didn't. We still have 218. Out of all the city-states they could have picked, they picked that one. Not a very smart move, if you ask me. But, well, whatever floats their boat. Maybe they want the happiness from it. Okay, 108. 94. Yeah, let's just reinforce Great Zimbabwe here. There's the Chancery. Yeah, so see, I can't get another envoy because we have 3 of them currently active. I could get a very quick archaeologist out if there's anything to actually improve with him right now. Or we can just get something else. There's a lot of stuff I can get in here. You know, like food. Caravanserai. Airport? That's 9 turns, though. Maybe a bit too much. Stock exchange for gold. Yeah, I wouldn't mind more gold. More gold is good. Bank. Okay, more gold. Yeah, Portugal wants to declare war on Askia. You go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. All right. Last railroad section. Another policy. Yeah, let's just continue order then. We can get rid of the people now. That would be a good one. Yeah, let's get rid of the people. And then probably 5-year plan at level 2. When we get the next one. Alright, we're still waiting to expand the envoys there. Any interesting wonders here? That don't take too long. Gold culture from every Colosseum. Plus 5% food and culture. 8 culture, free temple. +1 happiness, +2 faith, +2 culture, +10 experience. Okay, I don't really care about any of these all that much. Oh yeah, we can get the wire service. That helps with the diplomatic units. Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. Stable. Oh yeah, bank for sure. We still want more gold. Yeah, there's another envoy. 13 turns. Hopefully we can control most of these city-states. I still don't think it will be enough, but it will be close. Okay, so 81, 89. We got one guy on the way to Kabul. We got one guy on the... Yeah. Right? We do. This guy. Yeah, he's on the way to Kabul. I got one guy on the way to Reykjavik. In fact, he's already here. So that's +45. Is that enough? Okay, that's not enough. I'll need one more. I'm still gonna use him here. It's gold, it's influence. Oh yeah, no, it was enough. I think we got a boss that wasn't accounted for on that tooltip. Now, I will need an envoy here though, because we're only at 65 out of 60. So let's just send this guy here. Otherwise, I will lose the city before the vote. Alright. Bank.
Ήκουσα σε πρέπο...
So it's mostly these two down here, Ifi and Belgrade. I will not be getting them for the next vote. But I think we can get everything else. I think we'll have every other city-state except these two at the bottom. Research agreement with Morocco. Yeah, we can grab another one.
تحياتي.
What's his tech count?
كمل.
It's actually pretty much almost the same as Portugal. 675 gold. I might not actually care about this all that much anymore. But we still wanted that one tech for more delegates. Okay, I'll give him the money, it's fine. Here you go, buddy.
أكيد. كيفاش؟
There, alright, we got the research agreement. Yeah, now we're basically going for globalization. Wait. When are the other research agreements gonna pop? Okay, on turn 416, in 6 turns. I don't think that will be enough to give us globalization before this vote. It's... maybe it is. It actually might be. Okay, it actually might be. It actually might be, which means I probably want to get more diplomats. I got 2 of them set up already. How's Sokoto? 80 out of 60. I'm probably okay with that. I do want to keep a counter spy in Carthage. So let's send this guy to somebody as a diplomat. Doesn't really matter who all that much. Yeah, doesn't really matter. What's Pocatello's capital now? Oh, it's Warsaw. Okay. No, it's Kamodeka. This is like former Polish capital. It's grayed out. Alright, let's send one guy to Kamodeka then. If I find it. Oh yeah, right here. So, diplomat. Alright. And I can also send this guy once we gather the intelligence. He might get killed, but I wanted to try stealing the tech. If I could steal telecommunications, we would be pretty much guaranteed to get globalization before the next vote. So we can try to do that. Go get that coal. Over this. There you go. He doesn't like me getting the city-states. Hey, I was first, alright? I was first. Is this not improved? Apparently it's not. Okay. Right, there's the bank. We can grab another envoy. But hold on, where? Good question. Probably Constantinople. And then we can go west from here. Alright. Another bank. Stock exchange is 5 turns. That's alright. That should be worth a fair bit of gold. We're about to hit 30 population in Mosonkani. What's my capital at? 25. Oh hey, Morocco got the big gun. Clearly he's compensating for something, am I right? There's the great engineer. Not sure what I'm gonna use him for just yet. But we'll see, maybe just save him for... Okay, I don't really need CN Tower, but it is +1 population in every single city. I don't think there's anything here that would help with the diplomats. Or envoys, I mean. I don't think so. Yeah, not really. Well, we'll use him for something. It's fine. I think it's time to automate these workers. Let's keep him in Carthage, however. So, for Carthage, we're still waiting to use up the envoys. Wind plant, Travelers Inn. Plus 25% trade route range from the city, plus 1 gold per incoming trade route. Okay. Recycling center. Newsstand. Culture, gold, and science in the city. Museum. That's culture. Oh yeah, bank is 3 turns. Let's just grab the bank. That works. Can't really go wrong with gold. Public school. Temoag, bank. So airport is 7 turns. I do want an airport over here for airlifting. So Temoag seems like a decent candidate for one. Alright, we're here in Kabul. So let's pop this guy. That's plus 80. Very nice. So we're at 100 out of 60. Okay, that is gonna be a lot of votes. So like I said earlier, we currently have every single city-state except these 2. Yeah, I'll need 2 envoys for each. Yeah, we'll need 2 envoys here for each one of these. But I have every other city-state except these 2. So, there you go. Okay. How much would I have to pay in gold to just buy an envoy? 1,260. But the city to do that in requires a chancery. Yeah, let's switch Carthage to envoy. I can probably get Belgrade before the vote. Maybe. Okay, maybe. It's gonna be close. I might be able to flip Belgrade on the very last turn before the vote. Possibly. We'll see. It's gonna be close, though. Okay, carry on. 75 techs, 81. Yeah, we're only 6 techs behind right now, and we're catching up.
جيت وانا
And I could research a few really cheap ones. Oh yeah, and we can try to buy votes from, like, Morocco. Okay, surely Portugal is not gonna sell me their votes, right?
Dias.
Oh, they will?
Sou
Ah.
todo ouvidos.
Really? But, I mean... I certainly don't mind. I didn't think they would. But they actually will. Now, they're asking me for quite a lot of money. But what the heck? Let's do that. Would it be really funny if I actually won, like, literally right now?
كمل.
That is starting to look actually pretty likely right now. It's actually kind of plausible right now. We could actually win right now. I could actually see that happen. I could actually see it. I can't see the totals until the actual vote. But we're gonna be really close. Like, we're gonna be insanely close. Oh yeah, cargo ship. There's the factory. Does the city have a chancery? Apparently it does. Okay, apparently it does. Next. Right, so these two guys will go to Belgrade. Okay, I can't quite get there in time. I will be one tile too far away with this guy. I will be one tile out of range. And we did not finish the airport. So I can't airlift to Karalis. Unfortunately. I might already have enough votes, but yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, wait. No. That's also a bit too far away. Okay, well, it is what it is. Hopefully what we have will be enough. It might be. With all the votes we bought, I think there's a good chance it will actually be enough. Pretty good chance it will be enough. I might want an airport in Constantinople as well. Yep. Alright, Temoak is working on an airport, so you don't need one. Let's go.
Ireis
Do we have a monopoly on uranium? I think we might. I have a lot of it. Okay, not quite. Well, a partial monopoly, actually. There's a scientist. Yes, so we power this scientist, and we might be able to get globalization. This is how much? 15.7 thousand science. And we still got the research agreement coming. Right here. On turn 416. Yeah, okay, we will in fact have globalization. Before the vote. We will definitely have it. So pop this guy. There you go. Okay. Yeah, and we'll get it with the research agreement, no problem. This also gives me a new spy. So, okay, now we can move this dude. Yeah, we got the time to get more diplomats. We got one with Askia, Morocco, and Portugal, right? Yes. Okay. So, Songhai. Where's Gao? Might be faster to check the population. Surely it's gonna be reasonably big. 24, alright. Right here. There's Gao. I'll move this guy to Gao, diplomat. And then... Well, I guess that leaves us with Byzantium. Yeah. What's your capital now? Right here. 29 pop. Okay. So, this guy. What is it? Wait, can I not do it because they're my vassal? Okay, I don't think I can have one with Byzantium because they're my vassal. So we can't have a diplomat there. Did I arrive at the edge of victory? Yeah, pretty much. I think we're about to win a diplomatic victory. If I don't win a diplomatic victory right now, I'll be like 2 votes short. Literally. Okay, hold up. So there's one. This is Pocatello. Morocco. Portugal. Askia. Yeah, that's pretty much all of them. I can't have one with Theodora because she's my vassal. Apparently. Alright. No, yeah, I can. How did I not see that? Oh, I was looking at 25 pop, not 29. Yeah, okay, there you go. Done. So we have a diplomat with every civilization that hasn't been wiped out, obviously. The ones that have been wiped out are not exactly relevant for this purpose. Okay, do we have 3 envoys out right now? Where's the envoy? Oh, did he change to something else? Where the heck is the envoy? What on earth? I am literally not seeing an envoy on this list. Should be at least grayed out. Huh? Okay, what on earth? What's going on? I am literally not seeing one. Huh? Anyone see an envoy on this unit list right here? Because I'm not. What on earth? Is gunboat an envoy now? No, that was there earlier. Oh, you know what we can do, actually? I could get Belgrade, I think. Because I can fade by the great person. This one, right here. 60 influence from diplomatic missions and additional 15 per completed era. And this is close enough to Karalis. We got 6 more turns. So we can actually do that. But yeah, what on earth happened with envoys? That's weird. Are they not a thing anymore? Oh, wait. Also Singapore. Yeah, Singapore is up there. Okay, I'm really confused what the heck happened with envoys. No, but they should be there grayed out. It should be on the list but grayed out, but it's not anymore. It should literally be here on the list. It just completely disappeared from the list for some reason. Can you somehow not build them anymore in information era? I'm really confused what the heck happened here. There's nothing here about them becoming obsolete. This might be a bug. No, you guys don't get it, or you just joined the chat like 5 minutes ago. This does not matter, it's completely irrelevant. He should be on the list but grayed out. You know, just like it was for the past 2 hours that we've been playing, or 1 hour. We've been live for 1 hour, 26 minutes right now. Maybe minus 11 minutes of pre-stream. It should be there grayed out on the list like it was this entire time for the past hour. It disappeared the moment I got globalization. So my question is why? Why did globalization, well, telecommunications, I mean, when we entered information era, why did entering information era make it disappear entirely? That's my question. Because I reported plenty of bugs that actually got fixed. And I want to know whether this is a bug or not. Because it might be. If it is, then I'm gonna report it, and it will probably get fixed. But I need to know whether it is or it is not. I guess we'll find out when we expand one. If we expand one and they're still not on the list, then I'm gonna assume this is a bug. By the way, fun fact, I've been playing a certain game that I got a preview coming off on August the 11th, and I ran into 3 separate edge cases. Like actual edge cases that required some extremely specific conditions to trigger. Yeah, like I already reported them and they already got fixed. I can't tell you like any details. I can't tell you anything. I probably will, like once the embargo is up. But yeah. It was really funny. I actually can't wait to tell you like what exactly it was, because it's really, really funny. Anyway, let's carry on. So... okay, Tanner is fine. Okay, here we are. So I don't need... yeah, no, I don't need this guy here. Yeah, because we're about to lose Reykjavik. Okay, so we expanded an envoy. Will they reappear now? Let's find out. There's no reason for them... yeah, no, see, like, now they're here. But check this out. What I was looking for, this is what I was looking for, because this is how it was working for the past hour. See, like, this is what I was looking for specifically. It should still be on the list. You just get a pop-up, a tooltip that says only 3 allowed per player. You know, exactly the same way that caravans and cargo ships are always on the list. Yeah, like the caravans and cargo ships will always be on the list. You'll just get told that you can't build them, but they will appear on the list. They'll just be grayed out. Like, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, like, now they are. It was a bit strange. Alright, so this will give me... this should be enough influence to give us Belgrade. And I can get there in time. Yeah, we can actually get there in time. Basically on the last possible turn. Something like that. On the last possible turn. Alright, the trader out. I'm actually fairly certain this will be enough to win. I'm about 82% sure that this is gonna be enough. Yeah, something like that. What's this? +1 science from sea resources worked by the city. Okay. Dry dock. Oh yeah, let's grab that. There's the stock exchange. You're like, see? It's here. It's just grayed out. Which is how it should be. I don't need second airport here. Temoak is already building an airport. Plus 3 gold. Okay, gold is fine. We can always buy some envoys with gold. Oh yeah, and now we're about to get the globalization through the research agreement that's about to trigger, like, right now. Right now. There it is. Got it. So that gives us additional delegate for every spy as a diplomat in another civilization's capital. And we have 5 of those. Okay, 2 of them might not get fully established in time. So we'll have 4, I guess, or 3. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty close. Mine is fine, but we did buy a bunch of votes. The votes we bought might just be enough. What's this guy? Is this the diplomat? Emissary? Oh, it's... Oh, wait, what? It's Zulu's replacement for a great general. That's pretty funny. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. This is from city-states. This is from patronage finisher. Because patronage finisher makes the city-states basically gift you random great people. So we randomly got the Zulu replacement for a great general. Well, I guess I'll send this guy towards Singapore. I'm not gonna assume we're about to win, because we might not, and then I'll need one more cycle of votes. Hopefully Portugal is not gonna win before that point. But we'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out. Okay, our goal is fine-ish. Our happiness is fine.
Ireis considerar esta oferta.
So I have no need to accept another research agreement. I'd rather keep my gold. We don't need any more science. We got all the science we'll need. Alright, 3 more turns. Somebody's plotting? Sure. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so this guy will get Belgrade. That's definitely gonna be enough. And another envoy. Which city is the lowest? Yeah, Sokota is the lowest. I guess I'll send him in that general direction. Okay. So... I don't think I need more units right now. The stock exchange is fine. Alright, fingers crossed. Only 3 more turns. Uh-oh. Okay, it's all good. I think that was my spy, actually. Was it? No, but we have enough. It's fine. All good. There's the airport in Tamaoak. Now we can airlift to the main continent if needed. That's good. Okay, barracks are fine. Right, so Belgrade, this is 165 influence. So it is definitely enough. There you go. Okay. We're almost there. I'm allied with almost every single city-state on the map right now. A few of them were captured, but not too many. Hopefully this will be enough. I don't really need a report in Hipporigius. We're all good. Right, Mosankani, Hydro Plant. Hydro Plant would be really good in this one. Okay, that's a lot of production. Yeah, I think this mod makes Hydro Plants more expensive. 2,000 production. I'm pretty sure they're cheaper by default. But alright. To be fair, they're also really, really good in the right kind of city. So one more turn. Just don't lose any city-state on the last possible turn. That would be a bit awkward if that happened. Way house is gold. Okay, moment of truth.
Hinansitani.
Okay, he's not gonna sell me the vote. He's still mad at me.
Gumo. To.
Yeah, he's still mad at me. Alright, fingers crossed. It should be enough? I don't know, we'll see. I think it should be enough. I'm reasonably confident it's enough, but it might end up being like one vote short. Which I would be really salty about. Okay, how's the tech count? 78 for Carthage, so for us, 80. Okay, we are now only 5 techs behind. So we caught up pretty nicely. We're only 3 techs behind Pocatello and 5 techs behind Portugal. And I was like 15 techs behind at one point. So, time to vote. Okay, we have 30 of our own votes. So if we add the votes I bought, this should be enough. Because I bought votes from Portugal, from Byzantium, and from Morocco, so assuming they used their votes on us, this should be overkill. Yeah, that should be overkill. So let's find out. It should be enough. Alright, we can upgrade this to Destroyer. I'm still gonna queue up, like, buildings and such. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy catch-up, you're not wrong. It was pretty crazy. Alright, let's go. Did we win? Tell me we won. Are we there yet? There you go. There you go. I don't think you can I can check how many votes we got, I guess, but it's gonna be like 50. 50-something votes out of 40 that were needed.
Forever will you be remembered.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The leader who brought peace.
That was pretty good. I wasn't sure whether we can pull it off. But I wasn't even planning to go for diplomatic victory. It just kind of worked out that way. Oh, I'm really curious to see some of the graphs. Here are demographics. Alright, I wanted to see some graphs. Science. Show me science. Yeah, this is score. Which is not that relevant. It's really heavily weighted towards wonders. Yeah, so this is us. This like purple line. This dark purple, that's us. Dark blue is Portugal. It's a bit hard to see on this black background, but you can see it. And this is Pocatello. Yeah, so this is Pocatello right here. This is Morocco. Morocco was Pocatello's vassal until we went to war with him. Yeah, dark purple is us, dark blue is Portugal, and like light blue is Pocatello. So this is science per turn. Yeah, you can see how much Portugal's science per turn exploded. They were at 3,000 science per turn. So basically double ours. Yeah, we won. We won diplomatic victory. Yep, go us. Total culture, yeah, that's not a very useful graph. Population. I wonder what happened here. Who knows? Yeah, no idea what happened here that made him drop. Production per turn? Yeah, check out Portugal's production per turn. It really skyrocketed right there. Total gold. Unit maintenance. Okay. Anything else that's interesting in here? Culture per turn. Oh yeah, this was the World's Fair right here, I think. Excess happiness. Gold per turn. Gold per turn. Yeah, Portugal had 1,000 gold per turn. Military might. Number of cities. Number of known techs. Yeah, this is actually kind of an interesting one. This is policies. But yeah, number of known techs. This right here, this is me, right here, this is me. This doesn't really like... this graph doesn't really tell you the real story here. But if you look at the end of this graph, it's a shame I can't like zoom this in. If you look at the very end of this graph, I'm pretty close. I'm only a few ticks behind. But over here, the gap was massive. Yeah, the gap was huge over here. I suspect that this is something like public schools or research labs right here. This jump, that's probably what that is. Yeah, religions founded. Yeah, that's a great graph. We were actually pretty lucky that we were the only civilization on our entire continent that founded a religion. I had basically an absolute monopoly for religion on my continent, since nobody else had one, just me. Oh yeah, I mean, I've been streaming quite a lot, like for the past year or two. So... and I restream most of it to YouTube. We usually start around 5 p.m. Central European, give or take an hour. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy catch-up. Shame you can't, like, see a number for everyone over here. Would be nice if you could point to, like, a specific turn and see the actual numbers for everyone on that specific turn. But I guess that's asking for a bit too much. Alright, let's take a look at the map then, shall we? At the replay, I mean. So this is us, right here. Obviously. And I mean, one of the reasons why we were behind in the first place was because of the early wars. The early wars are definitely a bit of a double-edged sword. Because if you make everyone dislike you too much, well, you will not be able to get any friends or allies for a while. So we were not able to get any research agreements until later. But at the same time, it basically gave me control of my continent. So... obviously, the pivotal point of this game was invading the main continent. If I wasn't able to squeeze in a city right here, yeah, the fact that this spot right here was open, and I was able to settle a city, get some of my own territory, get some citadels, etc., that allowed me to take over Pocatello's capital and his other cities. But if I wasn't able to settle here or get some kind of foothold on the main continent, we probably would have lost this game. Yeah, so there we are. It would have been significantly tougher to get cities from him anyway. Yeah, we won. We won a diplomatic victory. With like 50-something votes. Yeah, 30 of my own votes and like 14, 15 that I bought. Yeah, Portugal had quite a lot of cities towards the end. Yeah, it's funny how irrelevant Pocatello became, because check this out, at this point right here, Pocatello basically had full control of this continent. The other civilizations weren't really relevant, and keep in mind, at this stage right here, Morocco was his vassal. So he basically had this continent locked down. Yeah, Portugal was kind of keeping up, but without me crippling Pocatello, Portugal wouldn't really be able to do much. So check out how many cities Portugal captured from him. Like here and here. They captured a whole bunch of cities from him. And they only declared war after I already crippled him. They basically took advantage of the situation. Yeah, they literally took advantage of the situation. That's basically what they did. Well, that was quite a fun game. I enjoyed that. Anything else? I think we've seen everything. We've seen all the graphs. Yeah, I think we've seen all the graphs. Unhappiness. Alright. Oh, right. Yeah, now we can actually update. And, well, we could prepare like 2 or 3 different starts and have a poll or something like that. And start the next stream. I think I might make today's a bit shorter because it's really hot. It's currently 33 degrees where I'm sitting. So, yeah, it's not amazing. And 50% humidity. Alright, well, first I need to actually update now. I couldn't previously because that would have made the save just crash. I might have to clear the cache as well. That's usually a good idea. So I'll probably need to restart after this. Okay, 760. Okay, it's just the core mod. Sapiens itself is not updated. And a few of these submods. Camouflage. Canal. By the way, Sapiens technically has canals without this extra mod, but what this extra mod does is adds a graphical improvement. But canals still exist without this. They just aren't distinct visually. Yeah, that's always how Civilization 5's modding worked. Yep. I mean, keep in mind, the Civilization 5 at this point is like a 15-plus-year-old game. 16. So back when it was released, the Steam Workshop was at like a very early stage of development. It works differently today, but this is still how Civilization 5 works. Honestly, this is a better way, because you can control when you want to update things. So I much prefer like this method. Because with most other games, if a mod gets updated, the update gets forced. Now, they do have a new system going with versioning, where you can potentially use an older version, but this is one. Only if the game itself supports it, and many of them do not. And two, the mod author himself also has to support it. But the game itself has to support it. And many of them do not. Okay, enable that. I think that's it. Alright, that's it. Yeah, I'll probably want to clear the cache though. So I might want to restart one more time. But yeah, we can set up the next game. I'm just gonna launch real quick. just to see if it launches without any problems. It does? Okay. Alright, just to play it safe, I'm gonna clear the cache, so I need to restart one more time for that. That's not gonna take long. There it is. Okay. Done. Just need to restart now. By the way, there is a certain game that I will likely end up playing quite a lot starting in August. So yeah, just a heads up. That means I probably don't want to start anything that would require more than a few streams to complete, because then I might have to stop it halfway through. Are we there yet? Go on. Okay. Just give it a second. Okay, there it is. Just need to select them again. Do that, I guess. Okay. So core mode. Sapiens. Camouflage. Canal. Code. Map script compendium. Volcanoes. Longboat. And obviously Sapiens. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, whoops. Right here. Yeah, that was updated too. Okay, good. All right. So let's launch it real quick. Again, just to be sure everything is fine before I start changing the game settings. Yeah, a short game of Caveman to Cosmos, am I right? We had some discussions about that in Discord last few days.
Blessings and salutations to you, revered Queen Dido, founder of the legendary kingdom.
Okay, all good? Okay, so I think for the poll, I'll probably have that in Discord, to give more people a chance to vote. Not like a 5-minute thing right now. So, okay, question is, which... Right, we definitely want a different map this time. We were playing Fractal Continents. Could just do Fractal Pangea. Okay, let's do Fractal Pangea. I think I might have to change some of the advanced options, because they will be reset. Yeah, 2 units per tile, we want that. I think everything else is fine on defaults. Okay, I think everything else is fine. So just enable 2 units per tile. That was quite fun. I really enjoyed playing with 2 units per tile. Yeah, AI doesn't... Oh yeah, tile conquest, you're right. That was a good one. Yeah, tile conquest and 2 units per tile. There's an interesting setting here, returning fog, but I don't think I wanted that enabled. I could see that being really annoying. Fog of War creeps back over explored land. You can no longer see. I could see that being extremely annoying. So, for the saves, I think standard map size is good. And I like epic game pace with this. So, Mistral mentioned Rome was going wild in his Sapiens game. Let's check Rome here. Where the heck is Rome? I would really prefer if all of this was sorted alphabetically by the civilization's name. But, oh well. Wait, where the heck is Rome? Huh? What on earth? Yeah, I always get annoyed at trying to find a specific leader. Oh yeah, right here. Oh yeah, he's under A. Okay, yeah. What does he have here that he doesn't in vanilla? Oh yeah, he has this style improvement. Can be built on grassland, plains, desert, tundra. Can be built on any flat terrain. Provides additional culture and food. +1 culture to adjacent plantations. I see. Well, I can't tell you anything right now, Master Margarita, but what I can tell you is that I have a preview coming on August the 11th. I am allowed to tell you that. But nothing beyond that. That's the only thing I can tell you. But definitely keep an eye on that on the channel. I mean, today is what? Today is 4th. So basically in 7 days exactly. Ballista. Okay. No vision penalties, does not suffer a penalty when attacking land units. Yeah, that's a little bit early. So I like civilizations that have unique units around the medieval era. Medieval or Renaissance. I don't really like civilizations with like very early game unique units. Because I don't like very early wars. Going to war super early requires some pretty specific circumstances. It requires the right risk versus reward. Hey, let me check Pocatello here. So, Pocatello. He does have Pathfinder, obviously. Yeah, and he does have the TP. This did count as a fort. It also gives faith, food, culture, and production. +1 each. Can only be built on flat tiles and must not be adjacent to another TP. Provides extra food, production, and culture. Adjacent camps gain +1 food and +1 faith. Grants a defensive bonus to station units and inflicts 10 damage to adjacent enemy units at the turn's end. Interesting. Alright. Great Spirit Lodge. Replaces the Grand Temple. Newly trained units receive the Big Horse Dance promotion, plus 10% defense and full strength even when damaged. That's pretty strong. Alright. I mean, we could go with Pocatello. Buffalo pound. Each source of salt, wheat, bananas, and deer worked by the city produces +1 food. Okay. Oh yeah, replacement for the granary. Right. We could also go random, but what are the odds I would get Carthage again? What about the ram? I mean, we did play ram earlier. I want a civ that I haven't played like anytime recently. We could go with William. So for anyone who doesn't know, in Sapiens, everyone can build polders. However, the Netherlands get a unique variant of the polder that can be built on the coast. Blue Guard. A replacement for the 200 swordsman. Stronger in friendly territory, earns gold when defeating enemy units. Okay, that's kind of promising. Dutch painter. Golden Ages started by a great painter last 50% longer, okay? Wait, what the heck is this? A replacement for the National Trade Company. Okay. Increases gold output in the city, trade routes to and from the city generate additional gold for the owner. Alright. And what's this? A replacement for the Way House. +3 gold production and culture, plus additional +1 for every 5 citizens in the city. Adds a merchant specialist. We could go with the Netherlands. Retains 50% of the happiness from a luxury. Yeah. If traded away. Okay, let's go with the Netherlands for one start here. So tile conquest, 2 units per tile. Everything else left at default. Wait, what's moderness? These are defaults. I'm gonna leave them as is, probably. Sea level medium. Island size standard. Alright.
Hail, stalwart Prince William of Orange, liberator of the Netherlands and hero to the Dutch people. It was your courageous effort in the 1560...
Okay. Interesting. Let's save this. Okay, so that's one. We can take a look what's out here. Probably nothing. Okay, nothing super interesting. This is what we got. Bit of a weird one. We're right next to one tile lake, which I guess is good because that's fresh water. But this is not a great Dutch start, not gonna lie. I could do a new one. Just to have some decent options to choose from. Okay, let's try that again and see if it's any better. I don't want an obviously awful start. As the Netherlands, especially with the water polder, we definitely want, you know, some actual coast. I need to change all the settings, don't I? Apparently. So Fractal Pangea. 2 units per tile and tile conquest. Yep. Okay, let's try that again.
Hail, stalwart Prince William of Orange.
Okay, that looks better already. Okay, that looks way better. I guess my only complaint here is that it will be relatively low production early on. But that's a lot of food. Yeah, this does look much better already. Where was that? Right here. Let's override this. Yeah, that definitely looks much better. Okay, I'm gonna play like a turn or two here to reveal slightly more land. See if there's anything interesting. Like, you know, a natural wonder or something like that. Probably not, but who knows. But I think we'll keep this one. Okay, there, Mount Kilimanjaro again. What were the odds? Okay, what were the odds? We just did a game as Portugal with Mount Kilimanjaro close to our capital. And here we got another one. It's a sign, guys. It's definitely a sign. Yep, it's a sign. Very clearly it's a sign. I don't know what it's a sign of, but it's a sign of something. It's definitely a sign of something. Alright, so that's gonna be, I guess, option number 1. I'll probably just post a poll, maybe on YouTube directly. I might just do that. So let's have probably 3 different ones. It means you are meant to climb a mountain? Yeah, probably. I am not a very good mountain climber, I can tell you that. Yeah, I can tell you that. Alright. Let's go with Fractal Pangea for all of them, that's probably fine. So 2 units per tile and tile conquest. So next. Someone interesting. I mean, the reason we played Carthage was because Carthage has a unique mechanic here. You know, with the settlers that found city-states. Heard about that Polish man who swam across the Baltic Sea? Yeah, I did. 55 hours. I did indeed hear about that. That was definitely not me, because I would be dead long before that. Inca? Units ignore terrain costs when moving in the hills. Right, so that's standard. Terrace farm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking for something that would catch my eye here. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could. I don't like the fact that unique unit is very early, like a slinger replacement. I'm looking for something new here that will catch my eye. Naval ranged unit, eh? Can carry 3 missiles. Has increased air interception range and chance. Oh yeah, check out this improvement. Now that's actually pretty interesting. Can only be built on farm or pasture resource. Yields +1 food, +1 gold, additional +1 food on all these resources listed here. Additional +1 production on horses, cattle, +1 food with fertilizer. Adjacent farms gain +1 gold. That sounds pretty powerful. Yeah, this replaces pastures, according to that last line. There's this one other line that implies it can be built on a farm. But yeah, reading this description, this sounds really powerful. Forces defenders to retreat when dealing more damage than it receives. Earns culture for each enemy killed. Alright, what else do we have in here? What about Bodica? Oh, she starts with the Pantheon, right? Which can be a downside, actually. It can be a downside. But you can delay settling the first city by a turn. You know, to reveal a little bit more land around you. But we could try Bodica. Replacement for the Horseman. She does have 2 very early game unique units. So there's a chance like I will not be able to take advantage of those. Just something to keep in mind. Stronghold. Provides +100% defense and grants experience to units stationed on it. And what's this? What does this replace? Oh, replaces Heroic Epic. All land units receive the Karnix Warhorn promotion, plus 25% strain versus archers and pre-gunpowder melee units, plus 15% strain versus other units. Okay. Replacement for the Smelter reveals a source of tin nearby upon construction. Each worked source of tin in the city provides +2 production, +1 gold, allows production to be moved. Okay. Yeah, can pillage enemy improvements at no additional movement cost. That's actually very strong. Earns 100% of opponent's strength as fate for kills. Okay, maybe we will try Bodica then. I'm a fan of Poland personally. Oh yeah, me too. I mean, obviously. As you might imagine. To be fair, Poland in Civilization 5 is ridiculously strong. Okay, let's do a start with Bodica. So +1 faith per unimproved forest tile, adjacent to the city. Maximum of +2 fate per city. Can choose a pantheon when founding the first city. +1 culture from each forest style. Okay.
Eternal glory and praise for you. Fierce.
Interesting. A bit low on food with this start. I mean, could have been worse. We got some deer and wheat. This is pretty average. Could do one more. Okay, let's do one more. We can do better than this. We can definitely do better than this. Because there are some bugs associated with doing that, so I'd rather just do it manually. There you go. Okay, that's the only thing I changed. Let's try again. Oh, yeah, and the map type. So, fractal Pangea.
Eternal glory and praise for you.
Okay, well, it's coastal with some resources. Coffee. This isn't too bad. Would be nice to reveal more, but I can't quite get to the hill. This doesn't really tell me much. Yeah, and if I move towards the forest, it will no longer have fresh water. I can be either a coastal city, have a forest next to my city center, or have fresh water. I can't do all three. Let's roll one more time. I kept a quick save of that first one. That first one was, I would say, a bit better than the second one, probably. I think it was better. Okay, it saved my settings this time. That's good. Yep. Fractal Pangea.
Eternal glory and praise for you.
Okay, yeah, that looks better for sure. No fresh water, but I'm not gonna be that picky. I think this is acceptable. Okay, I'll save this one. Anything interesting here? Probably not much. Okay. Doesn't look super exciting. What happened to Carthage? We won! We already won that game. If you go back like half hour or so, you can see it. I don't know, I'm not super excited about this one. Also, don't like having mountains to the west and to the east. Okay, I don't want to be too picky, so this is gonna be the last one. If this is worse, then we'll stick with the previous one. I think her bias might not be helping here too much. Hard to say, though. Okay, one more. If this is not any better, we'll keep the previous one, probably.
Eternal glory and praise for you.
Okay, that looks interesting. This would be quite a lot of polders for our capital later on. Okay, I think I like this one. That looks pretty interesting. A mountain right next to our capital is also pretty useful. Because, well, there are some wonders like Machu Picchu, but there's also Neuschwanstein, there's the observatory. I think we'll keep this one. This one looks pretty interesting. Okay, so save that here. Okay, I'm gonna look around the area just a tiny little bit. Who knows, maybe there's another Mount Kilimanjaro, am I right? That would be really funny if there was another Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay, I'm not actually playing here, so I'll pick whatever. Doesn't matter. I want to reveal a little bit of land around us. Okay, oh, no Mount Kilimanjaro. That was so funny that others start having Mount Kilimanjaro again. What were the odds? Okay, we have the coast over here, so we're in the north. Because there's tundra here. Okay, so this is gonna be the second start. And let's do one more. With a different save. So we have Netherlands. Netherlands was the previous one. Let's see. I mean, we could do Poland. The improvement looked really strong. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, something I haven't played for a while. Askia has always been pretty good. Wait, what's this? Can only be built on a mining resource. Unique Songhai tile improvement, replacing the mine whenever a resource requires one. Provides culture, science, and production. Adjacent mines and Cormina compounds gain +1 culture. Constructing it claims adjacent friendly tiles. Units standing on it receive +25% defense. At the start of each turn, it... Okay, that sounds like insanely powerful. What the heck? That sounds really powerful, and I always liked the Mandekalo cavalry. And what's this? Replaces the crossbowman. All mounted units within 2 tiles receive +15% combat boost. Starts with Medic 1 promotion, so the Mandekalo cavalry would also receive +15% combat boost. Interesting. Maybe we'll do Askia. Maybe we'll actually do Askia. Replacement for the market, +1 gold for mines and Cormina compounds, adds +1 gold to the capital, it increases great merchant generation. Yes, Sankor University. Alright, Oh yeah, that's the replacement for a national university. Okay. Wait, grants a free technology and a free university in this city. Oh yeah, okay, no. I thought for a second that it grants a free technology whenever a great person is expanded. And I'm like, what? No, that's a separate sentence. It grants some faith whenever a great person is expanded. Obviously, that will be way too strong. But yeah, maybe we'll do Songhai, because this improvement sounds ridiculously strong. And I always liked Mandekalo Cavalry. This archery unit would complement the army with Mandekalo Cavalry really nicely. So I think maybe we'll do Askia. Also, rivers creating city connections is kind of underrated. Not to mention treating rivers as roads. Honestly, I always thought Askia was kind of an underrated civilization in Civ 5, even like mods aside. Because I don't think he's pretty strong, but I feel like he was rarely talked about. Alright, let's do Songhai. So, Fractal Pangea, same as before. Alright, Askia will be the third one.
May the blessings of God, who is greatest of all, be upon you, Askia, leader of the song.
Okay, that looks interesting. I need to see more terrain around us, but hey, we got swords right here. Can't really go wrong with that. Okay, let's save this real quick. And take a look around a tiny little bit. See if there's anything of interest in the area. Yeah, that improvement sounds ridiculously strong. Okay, some interesting terrain around here. Interesting start. So rivers are gonna be super important for us. I currently only see one. The one we started next to. Okay. Not the greatest river of all time. Oh! Okay, Old Faithful. I thought for a split second that's Mount Kilimanjaro again. Well, there's a river down here. I think this is good enough. Should we keep this? Or should we do another one? I think we should keep this. I would have preferred more rivers, but I don't want to be too picky. I think we'll keep this. I mean, you can't go wrong with a salt starter, right? Definitely not. Now, this is Fractal Pangea, so it might be a bit unpredictable. Who knows? Let's check this hill here. Okay, this is a proper ocean from the looks of it. Okay, so these are going to be the 3 starts. I am probably going to create a poll over on YouTube to give people a chance to vote. And, well, we'll go with one of these 3. I got all 3 saves. So, right here. I'll just have to set it up. And yeah, so just a quick reminder, keep an eye on the channel on August the 11th. I got a preview coming then that I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in. I can't really tell you anything other than that. But yeah, you will definitely find it interesting. And so I think we'll wrap things up early today. It is really hot here today. Yeah, like I don't want to get a headache. I'm already sweating. It's 33 degrees where I'm sitting. So we'll just make today's stream a bit shorter than usual. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. It was quite a fun game. And I'll probably see you tomorrow. I might do some other game or two. I have some stuff in the backlog. We'll see. But yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow around the same time as usual, which is 5 p.m. Central European, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, give or take an hour or so. So thanks again for coming, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good one.